luck everyone, we're off to Shark Bay.
Morning everyone, it's been a few days since we last recorded and we've been back in Carnarvon. We ended up staying in here for Christmas because we had good internet, meant we could FaceTime with our families and particularly our grandkids back home. So that was really cool, and we decided not to do any recording during that time. But yeah, this morning we're leaving. We're heading south towards Gladstone Bay, and we've picked a good one because it's going to be 43 degrees today and no powered sites at Gladstone Bay. So yeah, it'll be a hot and sweaty time there, but right on the coast, so hopefully we'll be able to swim and cool off in the water. Anyway, just the proverbial coffee before we hit the road.
Off the coffee.
Off we go. Wow, we've arrived, oh it's probably too windy. We've arrived at Warrable Roadhouse, and it is like, must be 42, 43 degrees, and the wind is howling. It's like standing too close to the fire. It just feels too. But anyway, we're going to go into the air conditioning and have something to drink and have a bit of a break on the road. Once we get to our destination, we've only got the heat, so we're not in any hurry to get there. It's just been such a haven in here. 46 degrees outside we discovered. A bit cool the other day, it was 53 here, the lady said. So yeah, instead of just stopping for fuel, we had something to eat, and then we decided to have a cup of tea. Now we're going to have an ice cream. It's only just gone 1 o'clock, and I think we've only probably got about 3/4 of an hour to get to our destination. And yeah, apart from having a quick dip in the water or maybe a shower, we're just going to be hot.
Gladstone Bay is located on the eastern side of Shark Bay, and it's within the area known for its dugong population. It's estimated that 10% of the world's dugongs live here. Dugongs, also known as sea cows, are peaceful ocean grazers and thrive on the seagrass meadows here in Shark Bay. And we were hoping to spot some. We're just arriving at Gladstone Bay. Got to stop, I think, and pay our fees. No camp post at the moment, so it's just an honesty system. Come round to the shed here, grab an envelope. Okay. Go. Put in here. And now we're good to go find a site. We've been hiding in the van now for a couple of hours. Actually wasn't too bad with all our cool towers and fans on and stuff, but yeah, we got it down from 42 to 39 in the van. That was good. And now we've come out, we thought it's after around 5ish. I think we're going to get a change in the wind soon, which should cool things down. But we are going to go out for a bit of a dip, get wet. I mean, that side's a better side to go. It's a bit of a good years. After a very uncomfortable day with the heat and the flies, we were rewarded with this completely beautiful sunset. Our time at Gladstone Bay is going to be shorter than we expected because it's pretty uncomfortable. There's a gazillion flies here, something we haven't encountered before. And besides which, the hot winds and stuff, we don't have any power. But we're going to just go for a bit of a walk. How's those flies, Kay?
hundreds of them, thousands of them.
Can you help me get my hat on, please?
Your hat on?
Yeah, on that.
Yeah, well, the trouble I had is I think I caught flies inside it.
Oh, so what did you do?
Well, I've still got them in there, I think.
Oh, that's not good. Shall I sit in the car?
Yeah, well, that might be the go. I was thinking about getting in the car and...
All right, let's do it. Oh, this is a whole new experience, that's for sure. These flies. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, hurry, hurry. Let's do our walk and be gone. So we came into Gladstone Bay because we were hoping to see some dugongs. Apparently there's some 10,000 of them accumulate here for a few months of the year. It's one of their mating grounds and it's quite rare. Around the world there's not that many places where they come in these great numbers. But unfortunately we haven't been able to see any. Just going for a bit of a walk before we leave. Looks like this might be a dead one ahead of us on the beach, which would be pretty sad. Ooh, slippery, muddy stuff, not sand underfoot. That's a bit sad. And so just going for a bit of a walk out of this jetty here, and then we'll probably pack up and head off. We're hoping to go somewhere tonight with a powered site. It's going to get up to about 42, 43 again today, but this is the last day, and then tomorrow it only gets up to about 31 or something. So, well, that's what the forecast said. Let's hope. Yeah, so you were able to walk out on this jetty, but the cyclone last April damaged it and they haven't been able to get any funding to repair it. This is how it remains for now. Well, after a rather hasty and difficult pack up with those flies, we're off. Only thing is I think I've inhaled one that's somewhere between the back of my nose and the back of my throat. It's making me feel a bit sick. Oh, I've got all these flies. See, I've just got to get rid of them out of the window if I can. How you going, Kerry?
Yep, just about to defly.
Just down the road we come across this sign, and it's actually quite an emotional moment for me. We are saying goodbye to the northwest, that region of Australia that formed the largest part of our dream to travel the country. But those pesky flies soon helped me get over my emotions. What an amazing time it's been. Not enjoying these flies today though, but here we are. We officially enter the Shark Bay area and head down the road to Denham. First afternoon in Denham. Oh, I'm so whacked by that heat today. We've been lying low this afternoon, resting, getting everything cooler in the aircon. So anyway, we're just going for a bit of a stroll, having a look around town. The sun's going down, it's beautiful. We've come into the Shark Bay World Heritage Area. And it's renowned for its spectacular scenery and a bunch of wildlife. We're going to be here for 4 or 5 days, and at the moment we're staying at the Blue Dolphin Caravan Park. We were just going to stay here for 2 nights just to get our bearings and make sure we have everything we need before we go off grid, but with that extreme weather we were just having, we came in for an extra night because we had a powered site. We were able to get the air conditioner on, cool down, get some relief. Yeah, so we've got an extra day here in Denham, and we've just been having a bit of look at places. It's beautiful here, the way they have built up their foreshore. It's a beautiful grassed area with shade and picnic areas. You can swim straight off the beach. It's all really nice, very clean. Yeah, you've got a couple of supermarkets here, cafes. It's got a really nice feel to the town. Kerry and I have come into the Ocean Park Aquarium today. This is the location anyway, on the bay. Go in and see what it's like. Alright, we've got our ticket. They've got a pretty nice little cafe here. It's nice, beautiful today.
One sticky fly.
One sticky fly. Get him.
Fins are my surgeon fish. They get their name because you may see right down the back of their tails are those 2 hot.
shack on the beach. The Thong Shack. Yeah, we've just come out to Little Lagoon today to have a look, and at the moment we're on Little Lagoon Creek. It looks really pretty, so we're just going to go check it out.
It's lovely.
So clear and nice. And just a short distance up the creek is the stunning Little Lagoon. What a gem, with its turquoise waters against a mix of white and red sands. Well, you just couldn't not go over there for another swim. So we drove on over, got ourselves settled in and enjoyed another couple of relaxing hours. This has been our little spot here at the Blue Dolphin Caravan Park. The ocean is just through those trees over there. Just sitting in the caravan doorway to record because it's windy outside. Anyway, yeah, so we're heading out of Denham today. We've been here for 3 nights at the Blue Dolphin Caravan Park. Been comfortable enough, very suitable, great location to the shops and the beach and cafes and things. So only got about 25-30 kilometres maybe to go today. We're just heading up to the Big Lagoon campground, which is in the Francois Peron National Park. Yeah, a bit of a different setup. The only facilities there are long drop toilets. But from there we're just going to use that as a base and then go out for a couple of days of exploring around the national park itself. Really looking forward to it because you hear such great reports about how spectacular it is, and some really good vantage points maybe on the high cliffs to see the wildlife in the water, hopefully some dugongs. So just arrived at the entrance to the Francois Peron National Park, and this is where we register and pay. Just going over to do that now. Our first stop on this road is the Peron Heritage Precinct, and they say you can bring 2-wheel drives out along this part of the road, but if you want to go further into the park you have to have your 4-wheel drive. Anyway, we're going to pop in there and have a look, see what it's all about. This property was originally a sheep station, I think, so you get to see a little bit about what life was like when you come and have a wander around. Check out this beautiful parenti. So apparently they had to move their shearing operation out here further out from town. They were having trouble with losing their shearers to the pub. They said that they'd start off with about 11 in the morning, and after morning break they'd lose a couple over to the pub. After lunch they might lose a couple more, and by afternoon smoking they'd only have 7 shearers left to finish the day. So they thought they'd move it out here and it would put an end to that problem. For over 100 years, artesian water has kept this place alive. The original bore was sunk in 1922, and the water was used for everything except drinking. It was far too salty for that. The old boiler was replaced with a new one that now feeds this hot tub. The temperature is 40 degrees and can produce 170,000 litres each day. Yeah, well, that was really interesting. It seemed as a sheep property, it always struggled because of the saltiness of the water, so it never really got up to where it could have been. But then it was purchased back in 1991 by the government, and then shortly after that recognised as a World Heritage Area, and the Francois Peron National Park was established. We're now on the four-wheel drive part of the track into the park, and we've deflated our tyres down to 20 on the car. 28 on the caravan. We've only got about 12 kilometres to go to get to the campground. So we've come into Big Lagoon campground, and we've set up now on site number 3. Just show you here. That's us. It's a pretty good setup here. The sites 1 to 7 are down here close to the lagoon, and the lagoon is only just over that little rise there. I'll show you. And then you've got a few more campsites which are along the top of the ridge around there, and they have a view of the lagoon and breeze as well, so that's pretty good. It's pretty incredible colours here because you've got the red sand with all the oxides in it, and then the aqua water. They've also got a really neat day use area, which I'll show you. This is the day use area, and you've got your gas barbecue, shade, wind shelter, and they've given you this seating here. You able to hang out, place to gather, enjoy the water. Okay, we're off for a day of exploring, heading up to Cape Peron and see what we can find up there. Rumour has it there's some pretty sandy tracks out here today, so our tyres are down to 20 still at the moment, and we've got plenty of scope to go lower, I guess, don't we?
We can go a bit lower, yep.
Yeah, if we need to. Well, the road's been a mixture of corrugations and some sandy sections so far, but nothing really serious at all. But we have now got to the part where it says possible soft sand here for about a kilometre. So we're just checking their tyre pressures at the moment, see what they are, and then they've warmed up. Yeah, make sure they're where we want them to be, and then we'll get started. All good? I think we could be through the worst. Maybe. All right, we've arrived at Cape Peron. took a walk to the top of the sand dune and took in those stunning colours. We also got lucky and saw a dugong swimming past before heading back to the car for a cuppa and a bite to eat. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's coffee time. Cape Peron is really beautiful. It's just such spectacular colours here. And to top it off, we actually saw a dugong go by, Kerry.
Yeah, saw a dugong.
Kerry's good spotting. It actually came in quite close. It looked like a full-grown one, so that was really exciting. Yeah, now we're off to
Skipjack Point.
Well, we thought Cape Peron was beautiful, but Skipjack Point, totally next level. You walk out to a lookout perched on the cliff that offers spectacular views right across the bay. And standing there looking into that clear water, we watch sharks, rays, turtles, dolphins and another dugong. The colours are vivid and spectacular, and this became one of our favourite spots of our whole trip. And as we looked, we caught sight of these dolphins feeding in the shallows. Incredible. They would almost beach themselves as they pushed the fish up onto the sand. And as they worked, it also drew sharks coming in for an easy feed. We're back from Skipjack Point. We actually spent quite a lot of time out there. It is really spectacular. We just loved it. So much marine life, so much going on in the water, wasn't there?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Manta rays, normal rays, shovel nose ray, dolphins, sharks.
It was very, very cool. Yeah, so absolutely worth going out to see, even though the road's a bit of a hard work, bumpy and sandy. Definitely worth it though. We headed back to camp, checking out some of the other beaches along the way. What do you think of the road, Kerry?
Yeah, I think the road you need to take seriously. They say to reduce your tyre pressure down to 20, and that's a definite. There's quite a few people get bogged along the road. Yep, take it serious.
We still had a couple more days at Big Lagoon, and we spent our time relaxing, enjoying the water, walking, and those beautiful views. packed up. Time to move on again. Okay, we found this tourist water facility just outside of town. Very convenient. Takes all different coins and it's $1 for 20 litres. And it's reverse osmosis water, so we couldn't get any better than that. Really good. Oh, fly. Alright, life on the road is not unusual for things to go wrong. This morning after coming in on that bumpy road, we can't get the fridge alight on gas, so it's pretty important. We're going to an unpowered campground and yeah, need our gas fridge. Anyway, got my mechanic working on it. And how's that going?
Got it working now. It's all good.
Very good. Everybody needs a mechanic like I've got. Manages to keep us on the road all the time. Anyway, it's a nice place to wait. We're just on the foreshore at Denham and we're going to head out to Eagle Bluff in a little while and to spend the night out there. Just south of Denham are 4 low-cost camps provided by the council. You're allowed one 24-hour stop in just one of them, but you do need to book it with the council. One of these is Eagle Bluff, which also has this 200-metre boardwalk high up on the cliff, which is a great place to spot marine life in the shallow waters below. Well, we had a change of plans this afternoon. We went over to Eagle Bluff and walked along the boardwalk, but the campground over there was nothing much at all. So we've come along here to Whalebone Bay, and this is really lovely. It's just beautiful, and we're looking forward to waking up here, seeing the sunrise and the bay in the morning. As the tide dropped, I had a delightful walk along this beach and into the next bay. It was so quiet, just the breeze and the gentle ripple of the water. It's just gone midday, just doing another pack down. It's time to head off. Yeah, Whalebone Bay is a beautiful little find it was. Coming in here, you just do the one night. Council rules, you can't stay any longer than that, but yeah, beautiful place to be. We've now come into Shell Beach and it's pretty unique. There's only 4 or 5 places, I think, in the world where there's a beach like this. So it's made up, let me just tell you this. It's made up of Shark Bay cockles. There are just billions of these little shells on the beach and it stretches for 60 kilometres and in some places it can be up to 10 metres deep. So yeah, pretty amazing. We're just going to go and have a look at it. The Hamlin Pool Caravan Park. We came here the other day when it was an absolute heat wave and decided to keep going because it would be cooler in Denham. We come back here when it's cooler, but we just We just found out it's 47 degrees here today, so it's not cool at all. Anyway, this is where we need to be so we can go off to Steep Point tomorrow. So we're going to check in. Wow, what an afternoon it's been. It has been so hot here, like had to be like 46 degrees. We haven't even put the top up because with the air conditioning running, it helps to cool it down quicker without having the vinyl section of the top up, which was all well and good, except that when we put the air conditioner on, it didn't want to work today. There was an error showing, and for quite a long time it just would not cool down. We kind of cycled through a few different things on the control panel, and after a while it did kick in. So now we are very comfortable, 25 degrees in here, down from 42. They've got a pool here too, so we're able to hang in the pool for an hour or so this afternoon. Yeah, so we had to get more fuel today for our big day out tomorrow. So we drove 30 odd K into the Overlander Roadhouse, topped up with fuel, and we had a meal there while they were in the air conditioning. So that was really pleasant, except they got up to 55 there today, which is just unbelievable, but their generator wasn't working. And while we're sitting in there having a meal, I think all the lights and power went off maybe like 8 times. And they had to keep resetting their generator and trying to keep things going, so that's a bit of a problem for them. But anyway, it worked for us. We had dinner, we were nice and cool, and now we've come back and of course sun's down, so it's nice and cool here too, and we're just getting ready to go off tomorrow. Time for a cup of tea, I reckon. Okay, we're off. We're heading out to Steep Point, the most westerly point of the Australian mainland.
This will be an adventure, and a good one, I hope.
Yeah. Alright, so we've just stopped at the information bay. It's got the map. So at the moment we're here. This is where the gravel starts. We've got this distance along through to here. This is where we let our tyre pressures down, and then the more serious forward drive comes. We come through here, around here, all the way up to Steep Point, and then we're going to make our way back down this more scenic coastal route, back up here and back. So that's it. It's about 340 kilometres round trip from here, and we've got to allow 3 to 4 hours just to get out there. So here we go.
So it begins.
Well, we've now arrived at the information bay. This is where they recommend that you get your tyre pressures down, pay your entry fees into the park. So we've got a parks pass, so we don't need to pay anything to come in here, but they still want you to register your vehicle if you're coming in for a day visit, and then put your park pass number on. So it's always good to stop and have a read. There'll be things there that we need to know about the area that we're going into. Just checking our tyre pressures and then we'll head on. Blackies, which we didn't know about. And this is actually a campsite. There's 2 campsites here. But we've really been blown away by how beautiful the scenery is here. Look. This is Blackie's Beach or Blackie's Bay. Looks like they have a commercial snorkeling tour comes out here. Ah, oh, so pretty. Yeah, so we're going to pull up here for 20 minutes or so and have a nice cup of coffee. Well, that turned into more like an hour stop for a coffee, but I think it might be a criminal offence to come somewhere as beautiful as this and not go in the water. So we did go in for dip. It's pretty specky, isn't it, Kerry?
Yeah, it's a really beautiful place.
Really beautiful place. Anyway, on to...
Steep Point. We're still not there.
We've started the trip back now and heading down the coastal road. It's supposed to be pretty rocky and maybe not as good as the other road, so we're only going a little way to see whether we want to continue or not. But we're just having a look at some things on the way, and at the moment we've come into the blowholes. Apart from being the most westerly point of Australia's mainland, Steep Point is also known for its dramatic cliffs, which stand up to 170 metres above the sea. And on this day, with the deep blue of the ocean and a good swell running, they certainly did not disappoint. We found that the coastal track was a bit wild. Obviously, not as many vehicles go this way. At one point, we came over a rise and nearly got swallowed up by the large sand pothole immediately on the other side. As we were on our own and the day was getting away, we opted to take a track that led us back to Shelter Bay and headed on home. For the last couple of nights we've been staying here at Hamlin Pool Caravan Park. We're just inside the Shark Bay World Heritage Area, and it's actually located on the edge of Shark Bay, which is just over that rise up there, if you can see it. But this place is quite interesting. There's a lot of history here. It was the location of the original telegraph station, which they've now turned into a museum. And they've also got the shell quarry. Back in the day they didn't have enough resources like timber and so on to build with, so they've got this coquina. Coquina is made up of the tiny cockle shells which become cemented together through water weathering and the calcium carbonate they contain over time. The shells will bind together and become a porous rock. And they can cut it out in blocks and use it like bricks, like big building blocks. So a couple of the buildings here have been built with that, and then there's a couple still existing in Denham that you can see examples of it. But they've got that quarry here which you can go and have a look at. We're heading off this morning and bringing this episode to a close. What an awesome time we've had here in Shark Bay. Definitely a bucket list destination. And as we finish, we take one last look at this beautiful bay. So that's all for now, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, look after each other. We'll see you then.